I was dysregulated. I was in flight and fight mode all the time. I think that there's either people out there that may hold you back. There could be a life where you live or the surroundings or where you work. I want to leave behind is to know that people can re-regulate themselves through their breath and through nourishing foods, and know that you can heal. Yeah, you can heal yourself, and there is support out there. You don't have to do it alone.
So today I'm very excited because I'm actually here with Fiona Henderson, and we kind of started our entrepreneurial journey together.
We did.
In a way. So it's great to have you on the podcast. Before we dive into what you're doing and our backstory and how we've connected and still keep in touch and coach each other, I'd love to hear a little bit about what you were doing before you became a business owner. What was that looking like?
Yeah, wow, that was huge. So I was a media broker working for national sales across Australia. I was also a competitive horse rider, and I was coaching a lot of riders at that time. And I also had a night shift job, a casual night shift job as well. So I was very burnt out.
I didn't know this about you. You were busy. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So aside from obviously the burnout, like you mentioned, what sort of felt frustrating or unaligned that kind of moved you towards wanting to do your own thing?
Yeah, well, the national sales role, I was working for someone else, essentially. I was making them money. I was travelling hard, long hours, always in the vehicle or plane, seeing a lot of clients. But my passion was horse riding at the time and competitive sports. So I wasn't spending the time at home to be able to train myself. And that's when, I started to shift and say, look, I really need to be home more. But that role didn't allow me to be.
Okay. And what was that moment, I guess, that you realised that this can't be it, that there's got to be more?
I've always felt there was more. I was walking down the street in Melbourne one day and walked past the coaching college actually, and I was intrigued and wanted to know more about it. So I went in and grabbed their information. Yeah. And I realised that there could be something that I could learn more of and have that freedom to become my own coach. I was already essentially doing that with the horse riding and instructing as such, but I wanted to be able to offer my students more, my clients more.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because the same thing for me. Like I felt being a leader working in corporate, I really loved connection and helping people grow and all the beautiful things that we learnt when we were studying together. But I didn't really know what it was until I actually started seeing someone that was coaching me, and I was kind of like, hey, I want to do this too. So yeah, cool. One of the things that a lot of people that I talk to and that we come across in the entrepreneurial world, they have fantastic ideas and brilliant concepts and, so much that they want to share, but life gets in the way. And it's almost like, it's happened for me as well. Like, life challenges us when we're ready to take that next leap, when we're ready to expand outside our comfort zone. We've got this whole big thing that we're going to work on, and then here comes a curveball. You've been through quite a journey yourself, which I think has almost helped you blossom and become someone, just the transformation. I'm going to get emotional, but the transformation, seeing where you were and where you've come, has been phenomenal. Could you talk to, for the listeners out there, for the people that are letting life get in the way?
Yeah.
What's your journey been like?
Yeah, definitely. So I think that there's either people out there that may hold you back. There could be a life where you live, when I say toxic life, that could be alcohol fueled, the people that you live with or the surroundings or where you work. And for me, I was feeling all of that. And when you're living a toxic life, or for me as a toxic life, I was dysregulated. I was in flight and fight mode all the time. And I didn't realise it, but I was out of alignment. And so I lost myself in all of that. I didn't understand, and I lost that business entrepreneurial spark in me as well. It was down deep, but what I was burying it with all the time was alcohol and foods and things like that. So once I stepped away from that And I really had to think about it and leave that life.
What was the turning point? So you say when you stepped away, I know for me, I'd hit like the lowest of lows, and if I didn't change, I wouldn't be on the planet anymore.
Yeah. That's how I felt.
What was it for you? Like, what was that moment in your life that was like, hey, I'm out?
Yeah, that was it. I didn't think I was going to live any longer, much longer, if I continued that lifestyle. So for me, it was leave that, start again, reset, and that was hard because I'm walking away from daily things that I'm used to, and one of those things is alcohol, and turning that to another remedy. I was still fueling my body with something, but started to use herbal remedies instead, broths, different, I was about to say medications, but different vitamins and things like that. Really tapped into a whole different style, and then obviously the inner work. So the breath work, the yoga, kinesiologists, all kinds of holistic style medicines. Yeah, and then that's when I realised that you can turn that point. And if you want to be an entrepreneur, or if you want something so bad, you do need to fuel yourself with the right fluids.
Yeah.
And you do need to be taking care of yourself, however that may look. Now, and don't get me wrong, I'm all about fitness as well. How I just ran 25 kilometres last weekend.
Yeah.
So although I love being out in nature, trail running, hiking, all that sort of stuff, I still harness my energy and check inward now. I've had the courage to do that. There's a lot of people that won't go inner and do the inner work, so they suppress it in other ways with that shiny new thing, or potentially with alcohol, or they self-sabotage themselves. Whereas I really went inward. It hurt. It wasn't nice. There's been a lot of tears, and there's been a lot of sweat and pain that come along with that. But I'm so grateful that I've had that opportunity, and now here I am.
For someone that's listening to this going, crap, that's me, and I want to create change, but I can't, or I won't, or this is happening, or I mean, not that there's children in the space, but what about the kids? What about the family? What about the dog? I mean, for you, it was a dog, a horse, like your animals.
My
like,
life.
Yeah.
That's
like
what I knew.
It was such a huge life that you had to step away from to save yourself, essentially. What would you say to someone going through that?
Talk to someone. Talk to a coach. Reach out. Speak up. You don't have to be alone, and you're not alone. You're not the only one going through. Although you are essentially, you feel like you're the only one going through it, other people go through it, and there's other people that have made it out the other side and are there for you.
It's so simple. It sounds so simple, but it's so hard for so many people.
Yeah.
I mean, with the clients that you've worked with, what's been that pivot point for them to speak out, to speak to you, to whatever it's been?
Yeah. I'm so proud of those people that have come forward and seeked out that coaching too. And I love seeing the transformation afterwards. And it could be just one simple aha moment, as you know, in coaching, but just creating that space for them so that they've got the space to figure that out.
Yeah.
Figure out their values, figure out what's going on for them, what's holding them back, what's their why, and getting some clarity around that, and then watching them bloom. And see you later, nearly.
Become a new person.
Stopping them.
Yeah.
I love that.
Going through the training that we did together, there was a lot of shifts for both of us. But what was that sort of breaking point or moment of clarity that made you decide this was it? This is the thing that I want to work on next.
Yeah, it was really understanding my values.
Yeah.
And one of my values is freedom. And I then realised that that's what I needed within a job, and that I couldn't have an office-based job. It needed to allow me to be out in nature. And another value of mine is abundance, and I wanted to have connection and abundance of people, which also brings you that freedom once you're making that residual money.
I mean, a lot of things that people get stuck with as well is who do they support? Like, what are their clients? What are their customers? What was that sort of moment for clarity for you? Because obviously you've had a couple of different audiences and businesses and tried and failed and kept going, which is what makes us successful, right? But what were those sort of moments of clarity that you found that supported you to take that next step?
Moments of clarity, definitely. Like I just said, it was understanding that you could have your own business, that you could easily start up with the support of having a coach yourself, and having a marketing program to follow. The clients started naturally coming to me because I had a passion. I had a passion for competitive horse riding, and people wanted to know how I was winning, how I was placing, how I was consistently getting those scores. So it just naturally started coming to me, and I knew that I wanted to give something more to those customers.
And then from a perspective for your own life, what made you commit to that balance? So was it the values and understanding the direction you wanted your personal life to go? Did that come later?
Yeah, there's definitely an element to me that wants to help people succeed, and I was happy to pass on that knowledge. Absolutely. I wanted them to be able to feel what I had felt, and I also couldn't seek a horse riding coach at that time that understood me. So I really, in some ways, I created the coach that I always wanted, and that just had the people coming to me naturally.
Well, what about the transition to Soul Sip Co? So now co-founder of an amazing tea company. I've got them all. I love them. What was the transition from passion for horses and equestrian, created an app, gained some success, and then you kind of decided to travel and start again, and now making amazing teas and providing meditation. Like what was that transition?
That was a huge transition in my life, where I was starting to live quite a toxic life through alcohol, suppressing emotions, and I started to heal through not only being out in nature, yoga, breathwork, as well as herbal tea. So I turned to those sorts of elements to help heal. And then I started to really realise that there were herbal remedies out there that could assist people, whether it was with sleep, anxiety, all sorts of things that people were going on. I then started to realise and recognise that with the NLP training and the hypnotherapy training, coaching training that we've done, that there is something there more for people. And I still have this desire to help people and help them understand that they can actually get through what they're going through at that time.
Yeah, and I really love the journey through that, like how you tied natural remedy and herbs and everything that's in your tea blends. Because usually people, very similar to yourself, for me it was alcohol, it was drugs, it was partying, it was all these unresourceful things that I was doing to try and feel better, which I knew wasn't serving me. So the opportunity that you've now got to share your own, transformation and support others to do the same must be pretty awesome.
It's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah. And how did you find your co-founder? So you're now running Soul Sip Co with a colleague. How did that relationship come about?
Yeah, so Mel actually was a housemate of mine many years ago. We went our separate ways and then we reconnected. So when I came back to Victoria, we reconnected, and she's always had a business brain. She's an entrepreneur. She has several businesses herself, and she has the ability to have a warehouse where we can stock the tea.
Nice.
And she's also the primary sourcer of our apparel and our glassware and accessories as well.
Brilliant. It's so interesting to see the transition from coach and service-based owner to now physical products, and that being the thing, and now you're also potentially moving into online programs and events, and all that stuff is happening. So tell us a little bit more about that. Like, what are you working on now?
Yeah, so when she approached me originally, I just said, why don't we do tea with meditation? And that's where the coaching element can come in, or the personal development side of things can come in. People can pause and brew and take that moment to really go inner and work on themselves for that moment in time. So from there, we've now got an online course portal where people can have additional personal development if needed. Each one of our blends actually comes with a different course. So they've all got a different outcome to them. And we now are doing pop-up events. So we're doing breathwork, tea ceremony style events, and that will also shift into retreats as well.
And I love the blend of concepts. Like, who would have thought for, you know, a packet of tea to stand out? Let's put a QR code on the back of it with meditation and you know, a journey that you can take yourself on through mindset while enjoying your cup of tea. Like,
yep.
Did that come from your coaching background? Like, how did you kind of come up with that concept to, I guess, be your point of difference in the market?
I think that sometimes people can feel quite alone at home, and this is during COVID. We were separated and kept at home, and there's an opportunity here that where you can go inner. You can do that inner work in your own environment. You don't need to head outside or head to an event as such. You can do it all in your own space, in your own time, and whether it's in the morning, during the day, or just before bed, there's that opportunity.
Was there ever doubt? So I know this is something that holds back a lot of people that we talk to on the podcast and in, you know, the Level Up mentoring program and all that sort of thing that, you know, especially when you're doing something that you haven't necessarily seen someone do before. How did you work through those moments?
It's really interesting. Mel and I have like little hour of power style sessions.
Nice. Yep.
And we think very big blue ocean style and big visions. And it just naturally, it just all came out. Like it was just, oh my God, this is what we should be doing. And once we started investigating, okay, where do we source the tea from? Who's going to be our manufacturer? Everything just fell into place, right down to the line art, the way I designed the logo, the way the website came together. It just all naturally happened, what felt within months.
Yeah.
It was all there because we were aligned with something that we actually, you know, we're really proud of and we're aligned with it.
Yeah, and really I think it is that belief. So I think, you know, having that partnership to bounce off and have that trust in each other and really, really beautiful. You've spoken a lot about what was easy, but we know that business is hard. Not all the time, but it can be.
Yeah.
What do you feel has been one of your most challenging moments on this journey?
Probably one of my first challenging moments. We thought we could have a faceless product. If we talk product for a moment, we thought that on social media we could just showcase the tea and then have a voice behind it. But what we're really finding is when we post something about ourselves, that's what gets the most hits and the most views. Yeah. So that's been hard. Also that you're everything. When you're the entrepreneur, you're the editor, you're the creator, you're the builder, you're taking the inquiries. So it's really about them working out what you need to outsource. Yeah.
And on the topic of that, so all the tools and all the challenges and all the things that you've shared, what's been, I guess, a really great tool or strategy or mindset shift or something that you know has helped you get through?
Well, one of our main things is our tea and what we stand for in our meditation. So we each day, Mel and I, at different times of the day, we'll do our own inner work. We do our own journaling. We understand our why, and we really go back to why we're doing this. Who's our, for what purpose, and who are we serving, and who do we want to make a change for?
Yeah, as corny as it sounds, you're taking time to fill your cup.
Ta-da.
Yeah, I love it.
And and then from there it lights you back up. Well, it lights me back up. Yeah. And I then sort of get back into it again and get the tasks done. Yeah.
What's been one of your biggest wins?
Oh, good question. From a coaching point of view or from the product point of view?
Personal, professional.
Big win. We've recently wholesaled to a big company in Melbourne. Yeah.
And was that something that you thought you'd be able to do?
No.
Yeah. So talk me through that, because the vision changes, right? I mean, even just talking about your journey around the different things that you've tried, you've gone from in-person coach to app developer to hypnosis and meditation to now physical products. Like it's such an amazing ride.
Yeah.
Like what's been the win along the journey for you personally?
Things that just come naturally, like things that just feel so easy for me is the hypnosis and the timeline therapy. And I really feel I can hold that space for people. So that has, in a weird way, has come quite easily to me. What hasn't come easy is probably marketing myself. Yeah. Okay.
And what have you learned about marketing? If it's been a challenge, I mean, I love to talk about it on the podcast. Like what has worked for you? Like you've mentioned, obviously, creating a persona and an avatar to drive the brand as opposed to hiding behind a product. You know, you kind of need to build that authority before you can do that. We don't all start out as Nike or Macca's. But what is, what's been one of the big learnings in marketing for you?
Big learnings is that people really, I feel now on social media, they want to know who is the owner behind it.
Yeah.
They want to know that it is a legitimate, when I say legitimate, we're locally owned.
Yeah.
You know, we're ethically sourced and we're made in Australia. And I think that people really want to know that they're getting that sort of connection with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what content is obviously something that a lot of people struggle with, and you've had some wins in that space. What do you feel like, what would you share with people that are sort of starting to take that journey to put themselves out there and decide they need to be the brand and the face of their business? What would some recommendations be to make it work?
Definitely grow with a community.
Yeah.
Like definitely have a coach yourself, and because that keeps you on track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. When you picture real freedom for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think through the chats, like you've evolved over the years that we've known each other.
Yeah, thank you.
What does actual freedom look like for you now?
Freedom of choice.
Yeah.
Freedom from emotions as well. Like it's not, when you think freedom, I don't know whether people just imagine standing on top of a mountain or something like that, but it really is for me, freedom of choice, freedom of movement, being able to, and financial freedom as well, like having that choice. Massive.
Is there a moment that you've already experienced that's like really felt like this is it, this is what I want?
With freedom?
Yeah.
Or,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah. I'm feeling that more and more every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So what kind of legacy are you building for yourself?
Yeah. The legacy that I want to leave behind is to know that people can re-regulate themselves through their breath and through nourishing foods and the energy, like be really mindful about what you pour into your mouth or what you put into your mouth, I should say.
Well, with tea, that would make sense.
I mean that in a food and fluid sense.
Yeah.
And know that you can heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can heal yourself. And there is support out there. You don't have to do it alone. Although we're offering that opportunity that if you want to do it in your own space, you can. However, there is support out there. There are communities. There are coaches like yourself. And, I believe definitely source it. It's worth investing in it.
Yeah, I think that's what I really love with what you're doing is, yes, you know, coaches are crucial, you know, having that mentor is really important. There's online courses and there's all this sort of thing. But I think the beautiful thing that you've created with the tea is that you can do it in your kitchen. You can scan the QR code, whatever space you want to be in. You don't need a computer. You've just got the app. Like it's, you know, it's a really beautiful way to give that space for people wherever they feel comfortable, right?
Offer it. Yeah.
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 Awesome. All right, let's do some rapid fire.
Ooh.
Cool. So just a couple of questions. First thing that pops into your head.
Okay.
Because I think that one of the things, the reason why I love doing this is because I think a lot of people think that they are, they're different or they can't get support, they can't help, when really a lot of us on this journey are thinking similar things.
Yeah.
So what's one belief that's holding most entrepreneurs back?
Their own self-belief. Yeah, within themselves.
Yeah. One strategy or tool that you'd never go without again?
Meditation and inner work.
Yeah.
Inner guidance work.
What's one myth about freedom-based business that you wish we'd all stop believing?
That you don't have to be alone. You can do this with a community. You can do this with a coach like yourself. Yeah.
And one thing you'd say to the version of you just starting out?
Just do it. Well, slow and easy wins the race as well.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Awesome.
so just get started.
Yeah.
Step out of that comfort zone and don't be scared.
Wonderful. Awesome. So obviously, for people that have connected with this, we've spoken a lot about your tea, your journey, the mindset. You know, obviously, I'm guessing there's going to be listeners that want to see what you're up to. Where can they connect with Fiona and SoulSip?
Yeah, they're best to jump on our website, which is www.soulsip.com.au. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram. And yeah, there's a discount code waiting for you to get started on the journey.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we'll put the links around somewhere as well.
That'd be great.
So wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Fiona, thank you so much. It's been great to have you on the episode. And go out there and make some impact.